Ren, Money Game Part 3, let's get it. It's been a minute since Ren dropped. Okay. Wait, is that him? He can play like that? I know he can play the guitar, but okay, all right, Ren, I see you, big dog. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Master Man. Oh. I get dizzy. The Samuel and Ren video. That is rare. That is rare. Okay, I know you could. I didn't know.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's
So we different approach to this. Now this business suit is this sort of reminds me of like White America kind of era M, but he's Ren not using his flow or nothing because it's still very Ren like delivery stuff, but just an early approach, like how people are indoctrinated into capitalism early. You'll see a 1 year old kid, 2 year old kid wearing a pair of Jordan sneakers. Great shoe, right? But it's odd to think that, or I doubt that a kid knows the historical significance of Michael Jordan, and that is a giant part of what makes capitalism. You attach brands to stuff. That's what makes it so valuable. And so do you think that kid wanted that shoe, or his dad or mom wanted that shoe, right? And then now he'll always sort of be to the standard of $200-300 shoes, when in all actuality, if you let a kid choose his shoes, they're either going to be Velcro, light up, or be Velcro and light up. Come on, we know them. Come on, you know what kids actually like, nigga. Think about when you was a kid. Ain't nothing changed.
reading, writing, top of the bunch, and when for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch, and when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he
Now I will say, right, this is, and I think I'm one of those people. I'm one of the few reactors on this platform that actually makes reactions. The rest of these niggas just pander. And I think that's why, you know, Ren subscribed to my channel. I think that's why these artists all check out my shit, because they know I'll give an actual reaction, an actual what a real person's thinking. And I will say, for people who do So like he's describing a person whose father, while might not have the best ideals because just leaning 100% towards capitalism is not a good thing, right? You're describing a father who is very there for his kid, trying to nurture his kid's talent. You've seen he was smart, and you put him in there. It's like LeBron James' kid, mom put him into prep school so he could keep playing basketball. And I think if she didn't do that, it'd be a disservice to him. And so, and he was very poor, but you know, this person set him up. And I think sometimes, you know, since we were kids, we were taught to believe that big business and like it's always the rich guy is the bad guy in the movie. And it's always that, you know, even as kids, like Scrooge, McDuck, as kids, we've been taught to believe that. And I'm one person who actually believes in us just fighting all of these, or not necessarily fighting programming, but you got to fight it so that way you can look at it and go, okay, does this make sense? Okay, does this not make sense? And I do say that sometimes people will complain either way, because what if that guy's father wasn't there? What if that guy, you know what I mean? And I just always think about that when we demonize the rich.
That detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17 and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20.
And see, this dad gets that evil voice. I don't know. It's just like the dad telling him some real nigga shit. What do you think do you think that the world cares about you? Don't think because your boss is throwing you a pizza party once every 4 months when you have been busting your ass and improving this guy's living, the bottom line of his company. Don't think him giving you 12 days, and that's a lot, 12 days allocated a year towards vacation, he cares about you, because that's not. Everybody's in here trying to, so I do believe, I agree with it, but it's all the way through. It's like, yo, nigga, come on. So doggy, did his dad lie to him? It's a fucked up world out here, bro. There's people who get out here and throw away as much as, you know, I put that, I'm a rapper on my shit because it means something to me, so that you would believe that I walk with at least some kind of integrity when it comes to this. It would mean I cared a little bit. And some people would take that and pander. So it's a nasty world we live in. And it doesn't benefit me sometimes to always be the real nigga. It doesn't benefit me to sometimes to tell you guys, this song is poop. This just isn't. But like, this song's garbage. It doesn't benefit me, and I don't have a hating ass YouTube channel. So like, doesn't always benefit me. It actually does benefit me, because being real, having honest opinions means more to me, because in the long run, if you just see me, or if I am just a whore of opinions who can just be swayed one way or another because of my gain, I don't think I could live with that. But dog eat dog world, somebody should probably tell you that so that you can make this decision I do, or you could be a pandering ass bitch. I don't know, man.
Double down deposits, 21 his income rockets, 22 he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23 a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24 he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 20.
Okay, hey, 23 he was wilding a little bit. Nigga took it a little too far. He been fudging the numbers. But these niggas be fudging numbers, nigga. These niggas be writing shit off in text. You know what they be doing. He ain't lying. It's true.
Daddy tells him, listen here, son. While you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26 a business shift. He switches business to arms. He's 27 dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28 inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30. His daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31 a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32 moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33 filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34 tough.
I will give him, like, and I'm just lost in the canon of the world he's created, the fictional characters, and I'm arguing about moral values upon fictional characters, and you have to give the writer of that narrative those like things that are almost like, it's like becomes like a universe, like a Star Wars. Like, we could sit here and like argue whether the Jedi are right fundamentally or not. There'd be a lot of great points and all these kind of things. You have to give credit to the writer. Like, Ren created a great world in this song, you know what I'm saying? That even allowed me to be like, well, his dad ain't that evil. And then now this nigga was, I had a feeling this was gonna go left because it's 9 minutes, I ain't gonna hold you. And it's money game. But I was like, I'm gonna support this guy unless he comes out wildin'. I'm gonna be fair.
War with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
He bought the cops? Hold on.
Inside of his pocket. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. 35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting...
So he on that heroin,
reckless.
On that dog food, that China white.
Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed.
I also want to say that this guy took his father's advice the complete wrong way. Nigga, you did not have to do all this. You could have, you were good all the way until about around the politician, and now it don't get around real nasty around there. So you was good, bro. You was a millionaire at 17. You sold your thing, but I guess it's the money game because the evil of capitalism is that there is no end. But you have to know that if you don't go, all right, I'm cool with either I have something I can sustain, or I'm just unplugging and I'm finna go farm and have solar panels and go off the grid. Unless you're willing to do, it never ends. I want to have the biggest business. If you do achieve that, which is a very hard feat in one field, you might want to venture into this field. You might want to venture into other aspects of your field and it just never ends. And it's just a game that just use key. It's just a never-ending game of Monopoly unless you at some point decide, okay, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and I just keep coming back to these nasty pandering reactors. It's at a certain point, I think every YouTuber does. I think at a certain point, because we'll see who is reacting to Ren when in 6 or 7 years, right? Or 3 or 4 years, because you never know. The game is hard. I'm not wishing this on somebody, but if the views slip, I wonder if they'll still be reacting to Ren. If Ren made a song dissing Eminem, and that's a darling of the reaction community, I wonder if they'd still stand with Ren. Because the truth is they won't. Because the game that they're playing is just pandering. They're just going to go to the next hot thing, and they're going to act like it's that, and then they're going to go to that next thing, and then they're going to act like that, and they're going to act like that, and they're going to act like that until this algorithm just never ends. It's nasty.
They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra.
Wait.
One in it and Bauer makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Good run. Good run. Hit you in the vertebrae and the leg? Oof. They was trying to send a message. He chasing that dragon. Oh, this video's fire.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she. And it's...
I totally agree with that, you know? And it's like, at the end of the day, in pursuit of this dollar, you now are miserable in this castle. You can't even get up your own stairs in your house, so now you can only live on one floor. And it's like, yeah, the irony, right? Do you ever wonder, like, should I let him make it? I'm going to let him make it. I'm going to let him make it this time.
It's a version of you, there's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic, fuck the money and fame. Cut the music.
Okay, so what could be said to someone who would make a song to benefit off of the death of someone killing themselves? What would we, or what would be, do you not see how I had a problem with that, then? Does everybody, while we've just received this completely, did you not see how at the end of the day, whew, man, in a business, capitalizing off this is wild, man. This is a wild, but hey, I'm just saying. That's all I would say. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
That's what Hitler said.
But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants. He is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45. Such a damn shame.
It's like,
then he presses on the trigger of a...
It's like that's all this guy can... Dude, you're doing so great, but you're... This is hypocritical as hell. Where, and I get it, imagery, but why are you noted? No one else. Maybe you have a lot of your fans confused, and if you're subscribed to me and you're hearing this, you are a very talented artist who, if you, like, come on, bro, you know damn well what you're always doing, and it's like, bro, how does it always end here for you, man? Like, come on, bro. I believe in the power of music. I believe that you have 1 million people in here, and I believe at least 250,000 of them are stupid. And I believe that they're impressionable. And I believe that they might be kids or whatever it is that doesn't have them at a full-grown person. It might be just grown idiots, right? And just think about what you would be saying if these people weren't behind a computer and if they were sad people. I read the comments from people who come from these videos. And if you were talking to these people and you're saying, remember in this, you said this was your solution. And then brought it back to this story of how being capitalist or it will end in this way, but I get it. It's a movie, and it was a dope movie. But just like, bro, come on, bro. Be an artist, man. Be an artist and make art and take responsibility for art and just don't do this, because, man, it was a great song until then. It's just, I'm so sick of that from him. And if you guys aren't, that's you guys, but I am. I'm out.